Hello, everyone. My name is Samantha Francis, FemmePOWER Educator and head tutor of the Spiritual Studio London Academy. So today I am not feeling very well. And as you can see, I am in bed. But I wanted to talk to you all and share a really important message of something that's come up for me in the last few weeks, actually, with a lot of people. Especially around self-development. So today I want to talk to you just really briefly, and hopefully this will open up and expand you or give you some light bulb moments. But I really want to talk to you about stretching. And I'm not referring to stretching your body. I'm referring to stretching your mind, body, and soul. I'm referring to stretching your emotional capacity. And the reason I want to talk about stretching, or the stretch, is because so often as women, we are so, as humans, I guess, so resistant to being uncomfortable. And so therefore, because there's resistance there to being uncomfortable, being stretched in some way, we don't do it. I have a lot of clients that and potential clients that I speak to that tell me, you know, I don't, that's too much of a stretch for me. That feels uncomfortable. And that's valid. But at the same time, if something feels uncomfortable and we step away from it every time, we stay stuck. Now, I want to give you an example. And my private clients will know this as well, because I talk about it all the time. So I'm going to show you a hairband. This is one of the hairbands from one of my girls that I just found lying around, as you do. I don't know about anyone else, but the amount of hairbands that go missing in my house is beyond belief. But anyway, this is a hairband and it's stretchy, right? I want you to imagine this hairband is you. This is you, little old you. Now, if I was to come and I was to stretch this hairband, can you see there's resistance there? Won't let me stretch much further. So the resistance is there, and then I'm forced to go back. Okay? Remember, this is you. This is how we operate as human beings. So we have our default, which is this, our current identity. When we go to stretch, the stretch may be doing something different, learning something new, bringing in change into our world. We reach a capacity or a glass ceiling, and then we instinctively want to go back because it's safe, because it's familiar. It's our default. Our brains are not there primarily to help us succeed and live this abundant life and have all the things. Our brains are there to keep us safe and essentially keep us alive. So your brain is thinking, listen, here feels safe because you're alive. You trying to stretch out there? That feels dangerous. You may not stay alive there. So let's just come back here. And this is where a lot of people stay. It's safe. It's familiar, but it doesn't feel good. Not for a lot of people. In fact, a lot of people feel stuck because they're stuck here. And it doesn't feel good. It feels boring. It may make you feel miserable. Life may feel very meh. And it just doesn't feel good. But stretching feels scary. And it will do. It does for everybody. It does for children and it does for adults, because your brain is going, whoa, 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 where are you going? This isn't safe. Now, let's go back to default. Let's say you want to go with the stretch. Okay, so this is your current identity that you have had for however many years, based on a story that you have told yourself for years and years and years, that most probably started in childhood. Okay, and you've decided, I'm going to stretch. I'm going to see what can be, you know, I'm going to do something different with my life this year. I really want to do that thing that I've been sitting on for years. I'm going to do it. And you stretch and it gets scary, but you hold it. You hold that stretch. You may start to feel the resistance like I am now. You may start to want to come back in, but you keep going forward. You keep going forward into that stretch, holding it, holding it. Now, we all know, those of us that exercise and work out, go to the gym or whatever, when we stretch, it can hurt sometimes. It can be uncomfortable, but we have to hold that stretch, right? To stretch that muscle. This is exactly the same thing. The longer we stay in the stretch, the more powerful a message we send our brains that it's safe, it's okay. And then what happens is your brain will start to pull you back in, but you go, no, it's okay. This is safe. This is the new me. This is the old identity going. This is my new identity now. I'm a woman that goes into uncomfortableness. I'm a woman that stands in the uncomfortableness. I'm a woman that keeps going forward. And you stay. Even when you start, no, you keep going back. You keep going forward. You keep going towards your desire, right? Over time, so you see how the shape of this rubber band is, right? That's the identity, current identity. Over time, this rubber band will stretch out. The elastic will wear down. It will become much more loose, right? There won't be much stretch to it anymore. What would have happened? It would have changed state. It would have shifted from a really tight rubber band to something much more loose that you can't really use anymore, but it will have shifted into a different identity. And that's the same thing for you. If you stay like this and every time you stretch, it gets uncomfortable, you come back in, you are basically saying yes to the same stagnant old life you've been living. You're saying yes to staying small. You're saying yes to being unhappy. You're saying yes to your current state. You're saying yes to your current identity. And you're saying yes to the current story that has been playing out in the background through the subconscious that has not been serving you. If you allow yourself to stretch, maybe even stretch to the point where this elastic band snaps and it's no longer an elastic band anymore, where it's completely shifted identity and shifted state, you are saying yes to a new life, yes to a new story, yes to more money, yes to more happiness, yes to fulfilling, passionate relationships, yes to fantastic friendships, yes to a better job. You're saying yes to so much more because you are no longer this. You're no longer this. You're something else. You've shifted identity. How? You stretched. It was uncomfortable, but you stayed in the stretch. You just did it anyway. Right? Remember, when you stretch and you go back, I do want to say this, it's normal. If you don't have someone there with you that is saying, keep going, you're not going back. No, we're going to keep going forward together. You will naturally shift back. I've done it myself. I did it for years. It was only when I actually got some support in to stay in that stretch and then expand and burst out that my life changed. My life changed. And I will never look back. And I will never be that old identity again because I've shifted. Because I've shifted, my identity has shifted, my external world has shifted. So this is just a short message, hopefully it's a short one, to let you know that you don't have to be this rubber band. You just don't. If this is where you currently are, you get to be so much more. You get to be so much more. Stop listening to these coaches or these mentors that are saying you've got this block, that block, this block, that. Stop doing that. Start doing things. Start committing to yourself. Start having more discipline to stay in that stretch. And if you can't have that by yourself, get support to do it. Get support to do it. Get in contact with me. We are doing this in my membership right now. Women are changing their stories. Women are stretching. Women are releasing old identities so they can live a life that they love. Not that they like, that they love. Because you deserve to have so much more. You deserve to have so, so much more. I promise you this, you deserve it. You do. So if you would like to know what your own personal block or story is, get in touch with me. We are doing that right now in the membership, in the membership called The Sanctuary, the FemmePOWER Sanctuary, where you will find out what your personal bespoke story is for every single area of your life and your overall story that's been playing out. But not only that, you'll find out how to change it. This isn't like any other program out there. You will have my support, you will have my mentorship, you will have sisterhood in that group, you will have resources, yes, but this is about doing. It's not enough to just have information. Information does not equate to transformation. I'm sorry, many people will disagree with that, but I don't care. It doesn't. You need more than that. You need implementation. Information, implementation, integration, embodiment, transformation. Okay? So if you are done with being this rubber band or hair tie, whatever you want to call it, get in touch with me and let's change it. This year can be so different. I hear so many people saying, you know, new year, new me. It's not that. It's a new year, but it's the same you because you've done nothing to change your identity. But you can. You can. You can have everything you want. You don't even need to fully believe it. You just need to take those steps that take you closer to having it and just do the damn thing. And I say that with love. And I say it from experience. Okay? So if you're done with overconsumption of free resources and course after course after course, if you are done with feeling like you have failed, if you are done with feeling like maybe this is just it, but you know deep down there's something more, that you can have more, that actually maybe you've been settling in one way or another, then get in contact with me because I would love to support you. My mission is to support as many women as possible to open their eyes to the possibilities, to expand their capacity. And yes, it feels uncomfortable. Yes, you want to slip back to how things are because it's safe. But safe doesn't equate to happy. It just doesn't. And I will be there to support you and guide you should you need it. But you are never alone. You are never alone. So if you want more, get in contact with me. Let's have a chat. Let's see if it would be a right thing for you. Of course, if it's not, then it's not. But don't ever, ever feel like this is it because it's not. I'd love to hear some feedback on this. I'd love to hear if you can resonate with what I've been saying. I'd love to hear your experiences around your stretching or not stretching. I'd love to hear it all. So I look forward to hearing from you soon and take care. Bye-bye.